Good Saturday morning, pipe smokers. This is just a quick little clip. It's actually not Saturday, but you're going to see this on Saturday. Really the first snow of the season. I just wanted to get outside and enjoy the scenery a little bit. Coffee going down, snow coming down. Couldn't have had this snow a week ago for the holidays, of course. But nonetheless, it's still pretty. These are days that I want to just get out in my smoke shack and just sit there and look out the big window all day. Hope everybody had a great new year. If you can't see, I'm smoking a Cumberland stem Dunhill. This one's a 1979, I believe. It's my newest one that I have in my collection. Talk to you boys and girls later. Good Saturday morning, YouTube pipe community. If my voice keeps going hoarse, I got a head cold. But of course, you know that's not going to stop me. Pretty cold here the last week. We're especially working outside and with the wind chill. It started out at the beginning of the week we were going to get possibly anything today, Saturday, from needing a snow shovel to needing a snow blower. And then it went to basically just a couple inches. Supposedly, anyway. It's starting to snow now. A lot of it's going to be east of us, apparently, but we'll see how that goes. And there's another one coming next week. I reviewed this one before, but I did look it up, and it was exactly 5 years ago. And I gave it a score of a 5 as well. Peterson Irish Flake. This was gifted to me from my friend. This is from July of 2017. Virginia's, Burley's, and Kentucky. And I wasn't real big on Burley then, or really Kentucky. But now, like I tell everybody, Dark Fire Kentucky takes the replacement of Latakia for me. Let's give this a crack and see what we got. Oh, that popped off way too easy. Interesting. Orange juice, citrus notes right off the bat, even with the Kentucky and Burley in there. Very fruity, fermented. Get in there and get you some of that. Go on now. Look at it! Look at it. When you get aged tobacco, that's how it comes. That's how you know you have some aged tobacco. Stuff looks fantastic. Of course, my tastes have changed over the years, so I'm hoping this is right up my alley. This is, like I said, the one my friend gifted me, but I had just bought a tin of this as well myself, which I should have opened the fresh one, but you know we got to open up the aged one. Let me get my pipe packed and I'll give him a phone. We're back. Look at it. Instantly, I picked up like a licorice topping. Dark, deep, rich, like caramelized molasses. I'm not picking up a lot of nutty notes from the Burleys. Trying to break in some of my pipes, my briar pipes, more and more. Seems like the only time I smoke them is like in the evenings or on the weekends when I'm inside or out of my shack. This one's a 1971 Dunhill. Look at it. The sweetness is definitely there. So far, the taste hasn't changed. I've been smoking it now for about 5-10 minutes. Just another lovely pipe. Like I said, I've been really lucky. Quick story. I told a couple people, I've been watching some estate Dunhills this past week, and what caught my eye was, it was a Prince shape, which is what I like, and I believe it was in 1969 as well. That's my birth year, so I was like all in. And but it had a Cumberland stem, and I already have a couple of those. I wanted something different, but what caught my eye was supposedly it was from an estate sale from Jack Lemmon. You know Jack Lemmon from like Grumpier Old Men movies and some of the other movies he's played in over the years, The Odd Couple and older movies. But it was from California, and I asked the seller, you know, do you have any kind of proof, any documentation that it's actually from the estate of Jack Lemmon? They were selling like 6 or 7 Dunhills. And if you didn't know, he was a huge cigar and pipe smoker. So I was like, yeah, it was very cool. But they got back with me and said, unfortunately, no. But the person that they deal with antique collecting arts and stuff with movie memorabilia and stuff. And the person that it was their friend that got the pipes from the estate sale. And she said they've been dealing with this guy for 25 years. They have no reason to lie about anything. But anyway, I didn't buy it. I let it go. But that was very cool. They had a panel. It was not a panel. It was a square shank Dublin, I think it was. I almost pulled the trigger on that. It ended up going for over $380, I think. I wasn't going to spend that on an estate pipe, but very cool. I did get my supplies in I was telling you about. Here's look at it. Big old dog turd. When I get around, no, that was only 9 ounces. I thought it was 16. Almost 8 or almost 10 ounces. Anyway, when I get that cut up and start putting in mason jars, I'll be sending out free samples to some people with that as well that haven't had it before. I did get a huge order of mortar in. I got about 15 blocks, which will make 30 pipes. It's like I said before, that's over 6 inches long, 2 inches wide. I'll cut that in half, and I'll get 2 pipes out of 1 block. People ask me all the time about mortar. It's a softer material. It doesn't ghost your pipe. It doesn't ghost. It's real brittle though. It's turning it. It's not any harder than briar, in my opinion, to make, but it's just like very brittle, and you got to be real careful. But I love the history behind mortar and how old. You got to appreciate how old that stuff is. I mean, it's 3,000 to 5,000 years old. I mean, that is just amazing. I have several mortar pipes. I don't know why I never smoke them on camera anymore. But getting back to this, even with the nice age now, I mean, this is going on 7 years old. I like it, but it just doesn't wow me. There's notes that come through that remind me of H.H. Bold, Kentucky. And then there's some that comes through. It's so close to Amphora, the Amphora, what the hell is it called? Bold, that's not Kentucky. I think it's just called Kentucky, the Amphora, Kentucky. Very similar. But yeah, I'm definitely, for some reason, I'm definitely getting like a strong licorice. This pipe smokes amazing. It's so light. If I wouldn't be in such a habit of always wanting to relight my pipe, I probably wouldn't have to relight it at all. I don't know why I always do that. I always catch myself relighting a pipe. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm gonna get some stuff made today. Watch some football, of course. I definitely would buy more, but I'll probably score it more than a 5 that I did last time, but it's still not going to get a real high score for me. Can't like them all. I mean, I do like it. It's just good, but not great. I believe there was something else I wanted to talk about, but of course I can't remember. Oh, Pipe Stud Steve Fallon's webpage. If you don't follow him, he made a post this morning about the HU tobaccos coming to the States from Cop Tobacco. We talked about that a few weeks ago. I'll try and post a picture of that at the beginning of this as well. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. But what I'm hearing, a lot of people are complaining that some of their favorites from HU were made by Dan Tobacco. Me too. But what I'm hearing is that they're already in the process, apparently, of replicating those blends. So we'll see. Hope everybody has a great weekend. You've had this blend. Leave your thoughts below. Talk to you boys and girls later.